How's it going, my musical warriors? I am here in my illustrious office at my middle school, and we are starting the first of the Teacher Tam Level 1 listening classes, and we're actually falling into midway. So we're actually starting with assignment number 16, but we will be including 1 to 15 at a later date. But this is going to give the ability for my students, Mr. Barry's students, to follow along in case they miss a day. But this also gives some great ideas on how to present music appreciation at a school system that has not had it. And this is kind of our way of looking at music appreciation a little bit differently. We use popular music and the students' music in an effort to get them to listen more closely. That's why we're calling it Level 1 listening. So we're trying to get them to listen for instruments, for the quality of voice, be it male or female, maybe some of these specific instruments, background singers, different things like that. But we are also doing some theory, simple theory, and that is where we leave off here with assignment number 16. It's actually talking about the first time that we introduce the treble clef. So without further ado, I'll drop into assignment number 16 to our Google Meet classroom. Hi, Miss Destiny.
Hey, Mr.
How you doing today? Look, I'm back at school. Hey, guys. If you guys don't have any issue with this, Mr. Barry and I are going to be recording this class because we're actually going to be including some things onto a YouTube channel. So if people miss assignments, they can go back and watch how we work through it. So if you guys don't have any objection, this is by far, out of all of our classes, the best class that we have as far as grades are concerned. So if you guys don't mind, it would be great if we're able to record this for future classes to watch. Do you all mind? You're good, Destiny? Awesome. Thank you, Camilla. Dalen, how are you with it? All right, man. Caden, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You're good? Kiori, welcome. Diamond, welcome. Just to, oh, hi, Jemiah. Just to reiterate, Mr. Barry and I would like to start recording the beginning portion of our classes so we can put them on a YouTube channel for people who may have missed it or need some review. Do you have an issue with being recorded? If you do, just let me know. It's not a big deal. If you do, Ariana, how you doing? So basically, again, like I'm going to say, the reason why we chose this particular class is because we don't have anybody in this class that's less than a B+. So you guys are doing exactly what needs to be done, which also means that you're going to be answering the questions quick and in a timely manner, and all that good stuff. So we're going to put our best class forward in an effort to give students in the future an opportunity to go back and review maybe what they missed, or you know, maybe if they missed a portion of the lesson. So again, if you guys don't have a problem with being recorded, that's cool. If you do, that's cool too. You just need to let me know. So, and it looks like we got most everybody is ready to go. And as usual, with our theory assignments, my partner in crime here, Mr. Barry, is going to do the explanation of the theory assignments. I have a tendency to do a little bit more when it comes to the listening assignments. Because I guess I talk a little more. But anyway, so for those of you who are on the video, my name is Michael Mashmeyer. This is Bernard Barry. We are the band director and choir director at Westview Middle School in St. Louis. And actually, we are co-teachers. As a matter of fact, being both of us are dual certified, we are going to be doing, once we have in-person classes again, we're going to be doing tag team teaching, both in choir and in band. Partially because there's really, it doesn't seem very, it doesn't seem like a good idea for our students not to benefit from two healthy careers in music. I have about 32 years in music, 8 of which has been in the classroom, 20 of which has been in the Marine Corps. Mr. Barry has had 11 years in the classroom in various states. This is your third state. He has taught in Massachusetts.
Nope.
Florida,
Minnesota.
I knew it was an M1. You know, they say the mind is the first thing to go. Anyway, so this is his third school, and we just didn't see a good reason to not utilize each other's expertise in the other class. I actually have 3 years teaching in choir and about 9 years as a church choir director. So each class is going to benefit from the experience that we both bring to the table. But this is primarily music appreciation. And so we're about halfway through the quarter or so. And one of the things that we do is we do theory in small amounts. Our music appreciation curriculum is mostly listening. But this is one of the rare, I think we have 5 total theory assignments, correct? 6?
No, I think we got like 10.
Do we have that many? Okay, well, sorry. Anyway, so we are going to move on with the class. And guys, this is assignment number 16. So if you have not already gone on to your Google Classroom and grabbed assignment 16, please do so.
Okay, and go ahead and pull her up, and then do me a favor, turn your cameras on.
Yep. We are going to go ahead and take over our screen here. So you guys be sure to watch along. This is essentially going to show you exactly what we expect of you today. So just as soon as this thing tells me it is ready to rock and roll, I am going to move on to the classwork. All right, it's telling me that I'm presenting to everybody, so I'm going to assume so. Jamboard, if you can do it, PDF if you can't. And then, of course, we know that if you have a trouble doing anything, you could always take a picture after you write it out on a piece of paper, and you can email it to me. So,
okay, guys, today we're talking about treble clef, and we're talking about the notes that fall on the staff for the treble clef. So the clef appears at the beginning of each staff. The clef shown here is a treble clef, okay? Each note on the treble clef staff has a letter name. So this is an example of the different pitches that falls on the staff for the treble clef, for the lines and for the spaces. Okay, so number one, let me do this real quick. Actually, I'll come back to that. So number one, it says practice drawing the treble clef sign by tracing over the guidelines, okay? And then you're going to draw 5 more using the remaining space. So Mr. Mashmeyer is actually tracing over the first treble clef. So that's what we want you guys to do. Get used to drawing these. We know you're using technology to draw, so just do the best you can. And then obviously if you make a mistake, you can go back and erase it, okay? And redo it. So that's what we want you to do with number 1.
This is Jamboard is a really great assignment for this.
Yeah. Okay. Number two. Number two
Oh,
says.
you got to make sure that you draw 5 more.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, and then number two says, draw a treble clef at the beginning of the staff. Let me say that again. Let me say this. Guys, make sure that you read everything. Now, I can't talk for Mr. Matchmeyer's class, but I think I had like four or five students do this assignment, and only one student did it correctly.
Yep. I've had 2.
Okay.
I've had 2 all day, and this is my 3rd class today.
Right. So the one student that did it correctly is from this class. So good job. I'll tell you whoever that is in just a sec. So that's the first thing you want to do is draw that at the beginning of the staff. Then it says write the letter name of each note. Now we're going to use what's given to us at the top of the page to figure out the placement of these letters, okay? So we're going to compare the notes as they appear at the top right here. Just kind of, oh, that was the eraser. Whoops. This thing right here, kind of drawing a humongous circle. Okay, so that's what we're going to use to identify these. So let's look at this first bubble right here, which is on the top line of the staff. Who can tell me what letter am I going to put on this line here? Turn your microphone on and tell me what letter to write.
F.
Very good. F is correct.
F. So we're just using what's already given to us at the top of the page. And then another method that's going to help us too is to take your hand, put it in front of you, and do the every good boy does fine, and then the face in the space. So FACE in the spaces, okay? So we can use that, or we can use what's given to us at the top of the page here. All right. Does someone answer this question? The second one for number 2. What space is that note in? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
3.
Very good.
So what letter?
We count from the bottom.
That's right. So what letter would that be?
C.
Very good. C is correct.
Hey, come on, choir. We cannot let the band show us up, man. Come on, choir. All right. So now we're looking We're looking at number 3. So
all right, moving on.
It says draw a treble clef at the beginning of the staff, just like it did for number 2.
There we go.
Okay, so that's the first thing we're supposed to do. Then it says draw the notes indicated. So kind of sort of like number 2, where the notes were provided and we had to say what letter name it was. Now the letter names are provided and you have to draw the bubbles. Okay, so let's look at this first one, which is A. Someone tell me what line or space am I going to draw that bubble in or on?
Third space.
The third space is actually a C, kiddo.
Not the third space.
Okay.
Remember, we're counting from the bottom to the top.
We're counting from the bottom to the top. So look at this A here. What number space? It is in the second space.
Thank you, second space.
So that means we draw it right there.
Okay, so after we do that, it says if a note can be drawn in more than one place on the staff, choose which one you want to draw. So like, let's look up here. I'm going to ask this question for everyone. Looking at what's given, the notes that are given to us for the treble clef at the top of the page, what letters do we see more than once?
F.
F
is one of them.
And what other one?
E.
E is the other one. Very good.
So when it comes to drawing your answers for number 3, when you come across E or F, you can draw either location. You can either draw it for E, you can either draw it on the bottom line or in the top space. For F, you can draw it in the bottom space or on the top line.
And if you're an overachiever, you can draw them both.
Right. So that's what you do at number 3. Number 4, draw the treble clef at the beginning of the staff.
Oh, man, this is a lot of drawing.
Okay.
That was so hard.
So just like Mr. Matchmeyer just did for us. Then it says, write the letter name for each note, just like we did for number 3. No, I'm sorry, number 2. So you're going to write the letter name. So let's look at the first 2. The first one is on the bottom line. What letter is that, class?
F.
Not F. Bottom line. Not
bottom
space.
line.
Bottom line.
Right there.
E.
Very good.
So we're going to put E there. No, number 4.
What? No. Oh, okay.
So we're going to put E there. And then someone tell me what's the next note, which is on line number 2.
Remember our count. Every good boy does fine.
What letter?
G.
G. Very good.
So So now we've done the first and the second set of instructions. Now let me read the third set. It says, then circle the higher note of each pair or in each pair. So we're circling one of these two notes. We're going to circle the higher of the two. Which one is higher? The
G.
E. Thank you.
Very
the G.
good.
So
The
we're
G
going to
is
circle
higher.
the G.
It is physically higher on the staff, which means it's going to sound higher in pitch.
Correct. Okay. Now, number 5 is similar to number 4. Well, let me read the instructions anyway. The first thing we want to do is draw that treble clef at the beginning of the staff.
Man, we're getting good at drawing this thing. There you go.
Then it says to write the letter names for each note, just like we did for number 2 and number 4. Okay. And let's do that real quick. Look at the first one. Top line. What letter is that?
F.
Very good.
I wish choir would join in.
My guys are just all over it.
And what about that next one, which is in the top space of the staff? What letter?
E.
E is correct.
Man, I love it.
The last thing that it tells us to do in the instructions for number 5, it says, then circle the lower note of each pair. So of those two, F and E, which one is lower?
E.
Very
so
good.
that would be the one that we circled. Okay. All right, guys, that's all that we're doing for today is this particular assignment. Now, real quick, let me look. So just kind of looking at our grades. Oh, you guys did pretty good, actually, better than the other classes. So I can't. So I'm just going to go through and just kind of talk to individual students about this. You want to go ahead and
yeah, let's do this real quick, guys. As you know, at this stage, now that we're done with the teaching, you could go ahead and turn your cameras off to work. Many of this class is not like the others, which means that you have already done the assignments that you're supposed to do. But take a look at those assignments that you have and make sure that there's a number next to the 10 in the Google Classroom. So let's do any assignments that you have missing. Though in this class, I think I might have only 1 or 2 students that have missing assignments.
Same with me. And I'll let you guys know individually if you have a missing assignment that I want you to work on after completing assignment 16 today.
All right. So we're going to sign off on the recording. Thank you to all my students for allowing us to do this. This will be a regular occurrence. So we'll see you.
Right.
But you guys stick around.
All right, guys.
All right, so that concludes our first level 1 listening assignment that was on there. And there's going to be more coming. We'll probably drop one every couple of days or 1 or 2. And then we're going to start backlogging from assignment 1 through to 15. So as usual, peace out. Love you guys. Take care of you.